the nation's current economic slump hitting small businesses particularly hard. In a new op-ed at thehill.com, my next guest writes in part, quote, if you're a merchant or your business, like so many, depends on a strong holiday season for its profits, then you'd better brace yourself. This year's holiday season isn't going to be very strong. There are just too many warning signs that you can't ignore. So why is this year particularly bleak, and what can store owners and customers do to prevent a catastrophe on Main Street? Joining me now, certified public accountant and small business columnist Gene Marks. Gene, we got a big bah humbug on the lower third there. Why are you such an Ebenezer Scrooge for this year?
I know it's really not good news, Tom. Listen. I talk to a lot of our clients. I talk to a lot of my readers around the country, and here's what we're seeing. I mean, like the National Retail Federation, Tom, is they are projecting growth of about 4 to 6% in holiday sales, which I take with a grain of salt because it's an industry organization. They want their retailers to do good, But when you dig into the numbers, the actual per capita spend is actually going to be down about 5%. There was a study that just came out from Lending Club. It's a big financial services company that said that about 15 million shoppers are going to be on the sidelines during this holiday period. And then, I don't know, Tom, when you look at the other numbers, I mean, household wealth has dropped like precipitously. Credit card debt is rising significantly. Rents are up. Like you just said on the last segment, grocery store bills, food prices are up significantly. Some of the biggest retailers in the country, I mean, Target and Walmart, Amazon, Home Depot, they just released, their forecast for the holiday season, and it's pretty gloomy. Even FedEx and UPS are saying that this holiday season is going to be down. When you just look at all of that, I'm not saying a catastrophe, but if you're a small merchant, if you're a small business, I think you have to prepare for the fact that it's going to be a pretty rough, a rough holiday season, specifically compared to last year's.
Have some of these big, big companies like Amazon, for instance, have they taken advantage of this new economy? You talked about the FedEx trucks and everything like that. What I see in my neighborhood, more than the FedEx trucks or the UPS trucks, are these vans, these kind of small-time drivers for Amazon, and they're delivering goods out of their Toyotas. Has Amazon gobbled that up, and did they use the pandemic to do that?
Yeah, well, first of all, Amazon is now they are the biggest, freight mover in the country. I mean, it used to be FedEx and UPS. Now it's Amazon themselves. I mean, Tom, during the pandemic, Amazon was buying ships and planes to move products around. That's what you can do when you're Amazon. But listen, I mean, even Jeff Bezos, publicly said just a few weeks ago that if you're a consumer, you better be hunkering down a little bit and not making big purchases. This is like Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, who wants you to make purchases, is basically telling you to, be careful over the next few months. So that's kind of a warning sign. So even and Amazon itself, when you look at their stock, you look at their performance, it slowed down. And like I said earlier, their forecast for the holiday season is also not great. They're actually not hiring anywhere near the amount of employees that they hired in past years for the holiday season. Same as Walmart as well. So it's not good news.
So with this Republican victory in Congress, is this going to make a difference? Republicans are always bragging that they're the friend of the small business. And do you think they're going to be able to step up? Do they have enough of a majority to make a difference?
No. Right now, with a split Congress, and as we head into 2023, that is not going to stop the Biden administration from doing a lot of things from a regulatory standpoint that's going to have a big impact on a lot of businesses around the country, because the Department of Labor, the EEOC, the NLRB, these are very active agencies. Worker classification rules, for example, like, the independent contractors, under big scrutiny from the Department of Labor, who just issued a rule about it that they're going to finalize in 2023. It's going to make it much harder to classify independent contractors as independent contractors. You're going to have to classify them as employees. That's going to have a big impact on a lot of employers around the country. Yeah. And other regulations are on the way as well.
Yeah. Like I said, it's always small business. Small business gets hurt by regulations. The big businesses, they got plenty of money. They can deal with it. Thanks a lot, Gene.
Bah humbug, Tom.
Yeah.